All right, welcome to your 30-minute full body workout. We got 30 minutes to move together. You need one heavy dumbbell, 15 pounds, a set of light weights, maybe 5 pounds, a resistance band, and your mat. We're gonna get started with the warm-up. So come on out. Your feet are a little bit outside of your hips. Slight turn out your toes, relax your shoulders. Start to just take a squat, sending your hips back and down, stabilizing through the core. Draw your navel to spine and let your gaze follow your movement. So you look down as you squat and then lift. Keeping your knees bent slightly as you stand. Keep the weight in your heels. And I'll turn profile so you can kind of see. It's like I'm sitting in an imaginary chair. And then I'm activating my glutes as I stand up. We gotta get warmed up before we start to add weights. Then you can stay here, or you can start to add a side squat. Warming up our side seat as you move laterally side to side. Awesome job. Think about finding that hinge. And then you can stay with the side squat, or you can start to make this a lateral side lunge. So stepping left and right, really lengthening through your inner thigh as you move laterally side to side. And if this is not feeling good, you can go back to the side squat. Always important to warm up for 3 minutes before you get into your strength training. Awesome. 4 more. 3, 2, back through center, back to your squat. Start to add some arms into the mix, hands to heart center, and then press. If this is feeling good, you can start to bring your elbows back and then bring them overhead. Let your shoulders melt down your back as you lift your arms. You can try chest height if you have any shoulder tension. Try to keep space between your shoulders and your ears throughout this workout. Tendency sometimes is to let your shoulders lift, but I want you to think about letting your shoulders melt down your back. 4 more. 3, we go to crescent lunge. In 2, last one, crescent lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. That right knee's over your ankle, your back heel's high, and that back leg is long and straight. Arms extend. Hold here a moment, stretching that left hip flexor. You're gonna drop that right arm laterally. Left arm lifts up and over like a rainbow, feeling that hip flexion stretch. Back through center. Left knee bends. Feel that stretch in the front of the quad. And then back through crescent lunge. Lateral side body breach. Arm lifts. Let that knee bend. And then extend. 1 more. And then we switch. Breathing through this. And then lift. Stand tall and switch. Left foot forward. Knee over your ankle. Back leg is long. Back heel is high. Arms reach. Think about stabilizing through the core. And then left arm drops. Right arm up and over. Exhale, lift. And then right knee bends. Feel that stretch in the front of your quad. And then lift. 2 more. Side body reach. Exhale, left arm lifts. Left knee, right knee bends. Right leg extends. Lateral side body lean. Big inhale. Exhale. And then release. Stand tall. Find a shoulder opener, chest opener. Interlace your fingers together. Lengthen through your collarbone. Lift your gaze. And then we're going to start with our heavy weight. Goblet squats. So you're going to grab your heavy weight. You're going to hold it with one hand on each side. And then you're going to send your seat back just like warm up. But now we have weight. And this weight is creating resistance. It's turning our core on. We have to really use our core to hold our weight in this position. And it's adding extra load to our glutes. Stop bending your knees as you stand. Awesome. 2 more. You have 10 total reps. And then after your 10th rep, you come back and hold it low and you have 10 pulses. So it's 10, 9, don't rush through this, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Safely drop your weight. And then we're moving to a bicep curl with an Arnold press. So grab your lighter weights. You're gonna curl your weights to the shoulder head, bicep curl. Rotate through your wrist. Use your core, navel draws into spine. Arms press overhead. Back through your goal post. Rotate your wrist. Lengthen your arms. So it's curl, rotation, press. Now, as you get going through these, you might start your first day with a lighter set of weights, but then I want you to challenge yourself to pick up a heavier set the next time. You really want the last 2 reps. You have 10 here. You want the last 2 reps to feel like, whoo, I almost can't do the last 2. So these are really light for me. I should probably get to a heavier set, but I'm just demoing the moves for you. But if I was doing this as my workout, I would probably grab a set of 12 pounds. All right, last 2. And then we're gonna hold that goal post position and pulse. So last one here. Hold that goal post and then pulse, lift. Lift, tiny little inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, use your core, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, release. It's back to your goblet squat. Drop those weights. Bend your knees to pick up that heavy weight. It comes in between your palms. Step your feet out wide, turn your toes out, and then step your seat back into squat, and then lift. Soft bend your knees as you stand. Second set. Breathe. All right, we got 4 more, and we hold for those pulses. 3, 2, hold it low, find your pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Safely drop your weight, bend your knees, grab your lighter set for your curl to press. So it's curl, press, rotate through your wrists and your shoulders. You're curling that weight to the bicep, to the shoulder head to engage your bicep. So find that curl. You get 2 opportunities to curl in each rep. Press, back to that curl, and then release. Yeah. Use your core, navel draws into your spine. You're working your core throughout this whole sequence. Second set of this. You got 10 total reps. And then on days where you have longer amount of time, maybe on the weekends, you can do 3 sets of each of these. So 3 sets of the goblet squats and 3 sets of the bicep to the Arnold press, but I know you're short on time. If you're short on time during a work day, you might just do 2 sets of each, and then hold your goal posts, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Awesome job. Okay, our next progression, our next set is a reverse lunge with a twist. So we're back to our heavy weights. We're gonna step back. I'm gonna step back with my right leg. I have a 90-degree angle from the front leg and the back leg. I'm gonna take a rotational twist over my left quad, come back through center, drive through my left heel to stand, and then step back with my other leg. My left knee's under my hip, right knee's bent, left heel is high. I'm gonna twist, find that rotational twist over my right quad, come back through center, stand tall. Woo! This one is really challenging. You're driving through that front heel, finding that twist through the torso. You're gonna feel that front of the quad working on the leg that's lunging back. Really drive through that front heel, twist. You have 10 total reps. Really try not to rush through this. 1 more on each side. And then we are going to superset this with a 1-arm chest fly. So before we get to 1 arms, I want you to do a set with both arms. So bring your weights together. Remember that we talked about grabbing onto a beach ball with soft bend in your elbows. My spine is straight. I'm gonna lift, squeeze my shoulder blades together, and then tap the weights. I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades together, gaze is down, soft bend in my knees. My spine is straight like a ski slope. And then I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together, I'm tapping my weights. My elbows are staying bent. And then I'm not bringing my elbows so far back that my rib cage opens. You wanna keep your core engaged the whole time. All right. So the first set I want you to do with both of your arms together, just to get that motion down. And then you're gonna grab your chair or your stool or your ball so you can add one arm. So you're gonna have a 3-point variation. That ball is under your left hand or your chair. And then you're gonna lift just one arm, stabilize through the core. So this is a lot of core. Your left oblique is working like mad to stabilize you level and square. Tendency is to open up, but you're keeping your hip bones level and square towards your mat. Elbow comes back. You have 2 more, 8 total reps here. Last one. You're gonna pass the weight to the other side. That palm comes underneath your chest, right underneath your chest, and then you lift that left elbow up, comes back through center. 8 on each side. Whew. I really feel this one. Active core. You have 4 more, and we go back to that reverse lunge. 3, 2, last one. Okay. Reverse lunge, you need your one heavy weight. It's coming to the front of your chest. You're gonna step back into your lunge, find that rotational twist, come through center, and step. Left foot forward, right knee back, twist, come through center, lift. Whew. Breathing through this. Now, I'm cueing 2 total sets of these. If you have time for a 3rd set, then you add a 3rd set onto these 2 movements, the reverse lunge, paired with the alternating chest fly. Awesome job. 1 more on each side. Twist. Last one. Exhale, safely drop that weight. Grab your stool or your ball. Start with the opposite side this time. So last time we started right, this time you're gonna start left. 1 arm chest fly. You have a soft bend in your knees. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Your hips are level and square. Core is engaged. That elbow's coming back. You have a soft bend in your elbow. You're hugging half of a beach ball. So my arm stays bent. We have 6, 7, and 8. Awesome job. If you need to shake it out a little before we pass the weight over to the other side, hinge and get ready for your final reps on this side for this set. Breathe through this. Really use that oblique to stabilize you. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Awesome job. Okay, we are moving into single leg deadlifts. I'm gonna add this one in our standing sequence. I know we did it at the end earlier, but I think it makes more sense here, and then we'll take it to the mat. Okay, so you have your weights. You can either use 2 weights, or you can pass both weights to one hand, or you can just use 1 weight. I want you to really think about pushing through the right foot, soft bend in the right knee. You have a hip hinge as your left leg extends. That left hip bone is diving down, and then I stand tall. My crown of my head is going forward. I'm moving like a lever. So think about yourself moving like a pulley system. You're keeping a soft bend in that right knee the whole time. And then you get to choose the weight. You want this to feel like enough weight that it's engaging your hamstring. So you don't want this to be too light. All right, last 2. Last 1, and then pass 1 weight or both weights to the left hand. Now we're gonna root through the left foot, soft bend in the left knee, stabilize through the pelvis, navel draws in, send the crown of your head forward, extend that right leg long. And that leg behind you, it doesn't have to lift very high. It's more about pressing through the heel of the standing leg and really driving through the heel to hinge your hip and then find your standing position. So hip flexion and hip extension. And you can always ditch the weight too. And if you're ditching the weight, you can bring your hands to heart center. So play around with it. It might be different on different days. Some days you might feel like you don't need the weight. Last one. All right, one more on each side. So grab your weight. You might even try with the heavy weight. I'll do a set with the heavy weight so you can see. The heavy weight really causes your core to click on because you really have to stabilize through that left oblique to keep yourself level and square once you add that extra load. So maybe you try it. Almost there, 3 more, and we'll have our set of 8. Woo! Almost there. Let's go, let's go. We get to take it down to the mat. All right, pass the weight. Left hand, root through the left foot, soft bend in the knee. You have your hip hinge, you have 8. So this is 2 sets of 8 on each leg for these single leg deadlifts. You should feel nice and warm. You're getting a full body workout. All right, 2 more. Last one.